Hey guys, what's up? I'm April with All Things Beautiful, and I'm happy to be back with you this week. I have got some little tricks, or a little trick that I'm going to show you guys today with how to make better use of your makeup that you have on hand. I hope that this goes well. I've played with it a little bit on my own time just to see kind of what all I could do, and hopefully it will come together just like it has before for you. If you've not joined in on my channel before, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you'll hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up, you guys, if you like this video, and leave some comments. Let me know in the comments below if you like this idea, if you've tried it, what uses maybe I didn't think of that you did, and share with me your ideas. I would love to hear back from you. I always love to hear from you guys because it just gives me a little oomph of joy and happiness knowing that people are not only just like listening but are actually feeling what I'm saying and commenting and letting me know their thoughts, good or bad, because we all have them. So let's just dive right in. I am gonna try to work with this hair. I don't know what's going on, but it's just kind of limp today. I didn't really do a whole lot trying to fix it, but maybe we'll clip it up. Alright, so I've not done anything with my face today except wash it. I don't even think I put moisturizer on today. That's pretty bad. But anyway, I'm going to dive right in with my primer, and I am scooping the very last. Y'all remember I did a video on how to like cut the tops out of your primers and such so that you can use more. Well, I did that several weeks ago, and of course I've not worn makeup every day, but almost every day, and y'all, I'm just now scratching the bottom. So had I not done that little trick, I would have thrown away days and days worth of primer. That isn't too expensive, but every penny counts, especially in this day and time when we're unsure of how much work we're actually going to get to do. So that hair is getting on my nerves. I just got a little bit more, and I'm gonna go in and just put this all over my face. This is the Soap and Glory One Heck of a Blot. So I have been thinking a little bit about doing some other kind of videos. Just trying to reach maybe some people who aren't too interested in makeup, and maybe expanding on even this video as well for those of you who tune in. And I would like to know what your thoughts are. So I'm a good old Southern girl who grew up cooking with my grandmother and my mom, and now I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Primer Serum. I have learned that this is a really good primer and a serum to use under your eyes if you have dry under eye area or fine lines and wrinkles. Like, this really makes your makeup look awesome. So, anyway, I cook a lot at home. Almost every night we cook supper here. And I didn't know if maybe y'all would be interested in seeing some videos, just some short videos, maybe even Instagram TV of some cooking that I do, show you some recipes, or was reading some books, me and my husband last night, to our little boys, and I wondered how often you read to your kids and if they would enjoy that, especially at nighttime. And if you don't enjoy reading, but maybe you want to sit there and do something else while they enjoy having a book read to them, how do you feel about that? Like me reading to my little boys, but doing it on film and showing you guys the book and the pictures and your little kiddos. So I don't know, you just let me know what you think about that, because I'm just kind of tossing some ideas around and I would like to know. Now, y'all have been watching Kimberly Schlappman. I don't know if many of you know her by her name per se, but you might know her from Little Big Town. She is the one with the big blonde curly hair on Little Big Town, if you listen to country music. She has huge dimples and she's just so sweet, and I've just been hooked on watching her videos because they really just make me smile. I really find myself smiling the whole time. So I went in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I'm just going to do a couple of little spots on my face, and then I'm going in with this Believe Beauty Foundation from Dollar General because it's my favorite so far, and very affordable. So I'm going to go in where this isn't with that, and then I'm going to blend it all out. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. One pump. Let's see. But anyway, I had a cooking show, and I don't know if it's gotten canceled due to her inability to travel or, you know, COVID. It's just messed everybody up. So anyway, she does some IGTV videos on cooking, and I had already, you know, had the idea of maybe sharing with you guys me cooking some of my recipes, but before I found hers. But I have so enjoyed watching her videos, so you guys need to like go watch her. She is such a country girl. She said that she was, oh look at that, because I don't need any more light in my hair. I've got so much gray going on already. Anyway, she is from North Georgia and just has a very southern accent, and I just love to listen to her. She has two little girls named Daisy Pearl and Dolly. How cute! It's so southern. But anyway, she is just a delight to watch. She just does some really short videos, and she was like, oh, I forgot, I'll be right back. And it's just the cutest thing ever. But you guys tell me what you think about some southern cooking recipes and just watching some short videos. I've never done IGTV, so I know not the first thing about how to edit those videos. But it just seems like a good place to just go and post without, I don't know, without maybe adding more YouTube content added along with it. Like, I really don't know how that works, but just thought I'd ask if y'all would be interested in that at all. You may be, and you may not. And if you're not, that's okay. Just let me know. Clearly, I need to watch Kimberly Schlappman more often because she talks so sweet. She's like, hey y'all. And I wish I was more like her. Like, I really do. I wish I was just this super sweet, just sugar dripping kind of girl. But Jesus just didn't give me all of that. He must have gave it all to Kimberly, because he just didn't give me much of that. I'm just I love people. I care about people. Obviously, I'm a nurse. And I say that, but I mean, I understand that there are some nurses that don't care much about people. But I'm not that way. I'm very compassionate towards other people. But I'm also a very blunt person, and a lot of people don't really know how to handle that. So you either love it or you hate it, and you know, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but nobody is, so you can't be loved by everybody, and that's all right. Just be loved by a few, and that's better. Okay, well, should have brought my tweezers up here because I got a few little crazy wild hairs up there. And I'm about to sweat because I am in front of my mirror. Not my mirror, but my window upstairs, and it is hot as blue blazes up here. And I called and asked my husband, who has been home today, if he might cut the air on up here, because we don't use this room very often. And I'm sorry for this mess that you see. I didn't shut the bathroom door, but we are contemplating doing some things to our upstairs room, such as changing it into a movie room / game room. So I thought the idea would be, I'm going in right now with this Milani, and y'all seen me use it 1,000,001 times. I love it, love it, love it. It is the Suntan Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. I'm going to contour, I'm going to bronze, I'm going to use this as my eyeshadow. So multi-uses here, okay? But I thought that I wanted to use the upstairs space as like a multi-use room, because it is our 4th bedroom. If you heard that, I am so sorry. I don't know what he's doing, but Monty, I'm gonna have to tell the preacher to come to the house. Ooh. Anyway, I wanted to keep it as a guest room so that if people came over, you know, we could still use it for a bed, or have the boys, if they had company, they could all sleep up here. But my boys are 9 and 5, and they have twin size beds that are downstairs in their rooms. And my 9-year-old is almost as big as I am. He's almost as tall as I am, like around 5'3". He's about 5 foot probably, maybe 4'11", but he's 100 pounds, and so he's kind of outgrowing that twin size bed pretty quickly. And so we've kind of tossed around the idea of like moving his twin bed out and either moving it upstairs. We have just right there beside the bathroom is a little cutout with another window in it, and we thought about putting that bed up here, because if you put a full-size bed up here, or a king, queen, I don't think a king would fit, but a queen, it's going to come out to the middle of the floor to a degree, and it doesn't just leave a whole lot of room for anything else, like a couch to watch movies on. Alright, so I did that, and I did use that Milani bronzing powder with that, so let's keep that in mind. Now, moving right along, I'm going to dust my eyelids with, and I use the Believe Beauty eyeshadow primer too. If you weren't wondering what the white stuff was, I was smearing all over my eyelids. But anyway, I'm going to go in with a little bitty single palette of eyeshadow. It's called Petite, and this is the Ulta Beauty brand. I don't suggest buying this brand particularly because it's pretty pricey for a single, but you know, if you can't find the shade you're looking for, you need it, you might just pay that for it. But anyway, so we have a place that is just to my right. Would be a really cute place to have a corner TV, but then you wouldn't be able to see it from the bed. I don't know, we've talked about that. We've talked about how I do my videos up here sometimes and would love to keep access to this window so that I can show you guys in natural lighting what it actually looks like while I'm doing my makeup. And then a play space for Jace and the boys. So we thought of like putting that over in that corner, the couch in this corner, like a little couch, or a couch with a chase on it. We have that downstairs, so we might move that couch upstairs and get us a new sectional for downstairs. We hadn't really decided yet. So if you've got any upstairs ideas, please feel free to share them, because we are needing some help with that. Alright, so a couple of weeks ago I bought this Believe Beauty Color Me Cream Blush in Doll Face, and you can get this from Dollar General. It's only carried by Dollar General that I know of. But I don't do well with cream blushes because I have acne scars that are pitting on my cheeks, and it just settles. And I've just never been able to wear it, but I did buy it thinking, oh, I'll give this a second try. and just see. Maybe it's come a long way, maybe it sets different, maybe I'm using a different primer now, foundation, and it'll just look better. But it didn't, not in that capacity. So rather than return it, I was like, what else can I do with this? I'm going to use this as my eyeshadow. What? Yes, ma'am. So I have dipped my pinky into that cream blush, and we are going to put this right here. You see that? And it goes on so good, so good. Just like that. Okay? Those stray hairs up there that I've not been able to see any other time except for up here. Because, I mean, when I'm outside, I'm usually driving, and I can't be checking out my eyebrows while I'm driving, right? But anyway, if you have any suggestions for upstairs, playroom / movie room, and this room is a good size, but it's kind of got an awkward layout. So my husband suggested that we either move Wesley's day bed up here and put in that little cubby, or we just get rid of a bed altogether upstairs. And then if we have company come over that needs to stay the night, then the boys can do a pallet up here or sleep on the couch and give someone their bed. I don't know. Quite honestly, we don't really ever have anybody come and spend the night besides little kids, so not gonna say that we wouldn't, but we just haven't. So I'm gonna leave that to the side. All right, now I've got this, and I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell on here, but I'll definitely send some pictures later. And oh, hello. I didn't know I had built-in tweezers. Perfect. All right, and so now I'm going to take, and I'm going to go into my Milani Day Glow Strobe Light Instant Glow Powder. I use this on my cheeks and my nose and my what's this called? Cupid's bow of my lips after I've completed my makeup. But I'm going to go in with this with my little angled brush. I'm going to tap it off, the excess, and I'm going to sweep right here above my pink shadow on my brow bone. Okay? So, we are going to use this in multi ways. So I'm going to use this to highlight my brow bone, my lower lid, and my face. What? All right, now that I've done this little bit of contour right here, which, you know, isn't looking so great right now, but whatever. I'm going to dip into my setting powder. This is the L'Oreal Hydra Perfecting Loose Powder. And I like to sweep that right there, and it just chisels that out a little bit and adds a little line of definition. And if you can see my little hairs, yes, you can right there. I need to dermaplane my face. Seems like I say that every time I get on here, but I promise y'all in between videos I actually do that. Probably not as much as I need to, but anyway. I'm like wobbling this camera all around. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm talking to you guys like I have like been on caffeine today, but I haven't. I have not had any caffeine today. But I did think about needing some Coke earlier, but I haven't drank Coke in a while. I just don't drink Coke. It's just empty calories to me, and it always makes me thirstier, so I don't know. I'm just not gonna give into it. I'll take a sip every once in a while out of my husband's, but that's about it. All right, now I'm gonna go back in with this Milani with the strobe light. I don't know, can you see that? It's a little, little shimmer right there. And I'm gonna put it on my lower lid. And I'm going to apply that as well with my pinky. So I have found that applying my eyeshadow in certain areas is much easier and goes on actually more pigmented with my finger. This is not something new I've discovered. Other people have discovered this as well, but I have tried it out for myself and it is so true. And I don't have very long fingernails right now, so I'm able to actually get in that little corner pretty easily. Just like that. And y'all, let me tell y'all what, that Wet n Wild, you know, I bought that and I did it in a video several weeks ago, and I'd applied it to my whole face, and it just, like, throughout the day, I don't know, looked a little too shiny. Maybe I got a little too oily throughout the day. But anyway, to put that underneath your eyes, I don't know, y'all, it just makes a world of difference. And like, I never have transfer from my mascara, so I don't even prime like under my eye at all. Alright, so that's that. Now, so I have like that very light eyeshadow from Ulta, the Petite little single palette, whole lid. Then I did my crease with the Believe Beauty Cream, Color Me Cream Blush in Doll Face. Now, I'm going to go back in. Let me find my little brush. I'm going to go in with this brush, black fluffy brush, with the Milani Suntan Bronzing Powder. Okay? Contour, eyeshadow. I'm going to dip my brush in there, and then let's just go right here. And we are just going to make sure that we blend, blend, blend. Just like that. And you can like apply a good bit. Just like so. Okay. Are y'all ready for schools to start back if you haven't already? Because our kids start Monday, and I have a little one starting kindergarten for the first time, and I am looking forward to it. I think he's ready for it. He needs that. But at the same time, how am I going to walk him in the first day? I'm not going to get to do that, and that's very heartbreaking to me. I don't know how I'm going to meet his teacher or see his classroom or see where he sits and where does he hang his backpack, and can't talk about it much because I'm going to get emotional. But y'all, it's just like, oh, what kind of times are we living in right now? I don't want 2020 to start over. I don't want to redo. I just want it to be over. And I know most of y'all feel that same way too. So I'm going to go right under here. I'm going under my lower lashes with the Milani. And I normally just bronze my face up with this. I don't typically use it for anything else. But I was like, you know, people are stretched for money right now. And they gotta use what they can get. And what if, you know, you don't have the money to go buy eyeshadow, or you don't have the money to go buy anything extra? Just use what you have. Like, find different ways to use what you have. You can make it work, I promise. Get you some basics. I've seen people using eyeshadow as eyebrow fillers. Okay, just like that. And I'm gonna just dip into a little bit of a darker color just to kind of build this up a little bit, a dark brown, okay? and I'm going to hit right here with my pinky. So you don't need brushes for makeup. I suggest them to help blend, but you don't even need that. So bottom lid just right in the corner. Okay. I like to build my makeup up. I like for it to have dimension to it. And now let me take my blending brush, and I just use a little fluffy brush that I got out of the Anastasia makeup palette. I use it all the time, and I'm just going to blend all this in. So sweep, sweep. Circles to keep that right there, and then sweep, sweep. Okay? And this looks so pretty to me in the daylight. And I know it's probably pretty difficult for you to see, but I'm going to take some pictures and post of what this looks like. Okay? And it just builds it up. And then I'm going to take my little smudge brush and dip it into that chocolate a little bit and just marry that right there. Blend it just a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. All right, now what I want to do is I am going to, let's add a little blush. Because I can't use that cream blush on my cheeks, or I would, if you can, do it. That way, that's just one less thing that you need. I'm going to go into my e.l.f. makeup. It's like a 4 shades palette, and it's almost all gone. And dip it into that. And because I'm using a pink, really, eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with a pink blush. And I am about to sweat, y'all. Like a sinner on the front row of the Pentecostal church. I'm not even lying. Woo! Preacher's preaching, stepping on my toes. That's how hot I am. And that air hasn't kicked off since I got up here. So, it is on. It is on. Cute, cute, cute. Okay. Now I know it looks bright. I'll blend it all out. I promise you I will. And then let me speed forward and do my eyebrows. Okay. I'm gonna do those real quick. And I'm just gonna go in with my Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim. And this is in the shade 250 Blonde. It's my perfect shade. But the way my brows are looking, looks like I need to be doing them way up here. But I'll be having some clown brows if I do that. So let's not. And I'm probably getting pretty close to being empty on my pencil. So hopefully I won't run out. But this is a good place too for like the eyeshadow. I'm kind of going to go over this pretty lightly with my brows. And then I may try to dust some of that cocoa eyeshadow on up here and just see how it looks. So give me a second, guys. Okay, so I've got my brows done, and I want to, what is going on? What is that? I don't even know. Let's hit that up with some concealer right there. What's left on my sponge? Okay, so anyway, I've done my brows, and now I am going to take my little brush and I'm gonna go into this end of my blending brush and into that cocoa a little bit, not too much because I don't want it to be too dark, and like just let's brush on the brow and just see what it does. Let's do the other one. So if you're going to do this, I suggest using a brow primer to set that. Not a brow primer. Is a brow primer the right thing to say? But like a gel that you put on top. And I don't typically ever use that because I just don't. Like, I just feel like it's an extra step that I really, really don't need. My brows aren't just crazy wild, except for the few that grow up on top of my forehead. But you know, every girl's got their problems, right? But anyway, if you're going to do this, then I do suggest that you would use that setter to try to lock that powder in place, because we do that on the eyelids, and you know, as much as you might reach up and touch your brow or whatever you're doing with your brows, you know, you may want to have something in place to kind of keep that set. But I don't have that issue typically, so we'll just let that be. And it looks a little dark. I'll tell you what, let's take the little brush and just kind of brush through it a little bit. But in person, it really doesn't look bad at all. And y'all know, my eyebrows are just wackadoodle. They just do whatever they want to do. Anyway, all right, moving right along, I want to take the Milani bronzing powder. Remember, I contoured and I used it for my eyeshadow. And I'm going to take my big old kabuki brush and I'm going to dip in here, and we are going to buff this powder away and bronze our face up, okay? So I've used this 3 different ways. Contour, eyeshadow, bronzer. You could use this as your brow color if you're light enough. Warm it up, warm it up. What do you think? I think it looks great. So now I'm going to set my face with the Milani Make It Last Matte Finish Spray, because it's the bomb and I can't find any that I love better. And I like to use a lot because it smells really good. I'm not gonna lie, that's the only reason why I use so much, but we let that sit down. Now I'm gonna take this Flower Petal Pout Lip Liner in Nude. I've had it, got it on hand, not anything new. And I'm going to line my lips while my face sits. And another thing that I did the other day, I have seen other people do, but I've just honestly never taken the time to do it, is let's overline those lips a little bit. I'm going to take my blender, beauty blender, and I'm just going to press that setting powder, not setting powder, geez, setting spray down into my face. I'm not blending, I'm not smudging, I am just pressing it in. And my makeup looked so good after I did this the other day. Just press it in. Okay. And so I have this liner on my lips. Now, let's try a couple of things here. Let's go back in with the Milani. I love Milani products, if y'all have not noticed. And I'm just going to go in with my finger and just get a little bit on my finger, and let's put it in the lip. This might look like I've been eating some poo when I get through, but hopefully not. Looks like I dipped my lips in Nesquik. All right, and so let's go back in with the cream blush that I applied in my lids and put it in my lips. And just melt these colors together. Now I'm gonna lighten it up with a little bit of the e.l.f. lip plumper, which is glossy and it plumps the lips too. But before I do that, let's go in with, I'm gonna do two mascaras today. Oh, you know what I'm forgetting? I'm forgetting eyeliner. What? You can go in with, I've seen people do it, I've not done it before because I like to line my water lines, but I've seen people do eyeliner and like use an eyeshadow and a little tiny like brush, and they make it super dark on top and bottom of the lids. But I like to actually go in on my water line, so you actually need a eyeliner for that. So anyway, I'm going to hit up the corner with my eyeliner. And I like to mix eyeliners too. I like to use browns and grays, like a charcoal gray. So, don't be afraid to try things, like mix things up, use them in different ways. I'm telling you, like this day and time, like we just gotta use what we had. And quite honestly, for a lot of people, they just don't have the finances to splurge and spend a lot of money on themselves and makeup, and I understand that completely. So use what you have, buy a little bit, but buy some things that will go a long way. Now I'm gonna go in with, if I can find it, is it in here? Oh Jesus, I'm sorry guys, give me a second. Hot as blue blazes. Okay, this is a charcoal gray pencil. So I did like a dark brown. This is Rimmel Exaggerate waterproof. It's not waterproof. It says it is, it's not. So I'm gonna go in right there on the top waterline with this gray. Okay. And let's just hit up the corner too, just for fun. How about that? I haven't done the corners in a while, but top lid, waterline, the corner. Okay, so what I want to do after I've done that is take my brown. It has a smudger on the end, and I want to smudge what's right there on the top. Just like that. And it just like knocks the edge off of the makeup and softens it up. Isn't that so pretty? Yes, I love it. Where's my, here. Have a little bit of fallout from the liner, of course. So let's just brush that away. And then what I'm gonna do is come in with the NYX On the Rise Volume Lift Mascara. Now, I'm gonna add two mascaras today because this one is not waterproof, but I love the look that it gives. It makes the lashes look extremely long. And I don't know, we might, after the boys come home, go to the pool, so I don't want mascara running down my face. So while I love the look of this and how it makes my lashes look, it is not waterproof, and I really don't know if you can get it in waterproof, to be quite honest. So you may want to check that out. I typically don't buy mascara that is not waterproof because it tends to just transfer from my upper lid and my lower lid throughout the day. But this has not. Any of the times I've worn it just by itself, it is not. And it's super easy to get off for those of you who don't like to struggle. You know, you can use Q-tip dipped in baby oil to get waterproof mascara off. Coconut oil for some people, but that's just too oily for me. But anyway, we're going to do this and on the bottom. Okay. Oh, my hair's in the way. Just like that. And y'all, while I'm letting that dry just a little bit, I'm going to take my contour brush and go back in the Milani, and I just want to hit up these areas just a little bit and give a little bit more contour right there. Just like that. So now I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise in the waterproof. This is like an all-time favorite mascara for me. And I've got some on my list to try next. But anyway, I'm just going to hit up these lashes with this waterproof. And it's only to make the next one set. And not come off. And there we have it. And then I'm going to go back in with a Milani strobe light highlighter, and I'm going to highlight right down my nose and on top of my cheeks. I like to do this because my face is kind of it's not completely round, but I don't really know what shape it is. But anyway, I don't have a lot of like contour, but this highlights my cheekbone area. And then let's put a little bit right there. And now, I'm going to apply the e.l.f. lip plumper, and we are done. You can set your face. Let's do that a little bit. Let's spray a little bit more because we just love this to set that shine. And I just spray a little bit right where I put that. Again, you can take your blender, beauty blender, and press it into the skin. And that'll also help with the drying time too. Okay, so e.l.f. lip plumper. Been talking about this, I don't know, 20 minutes now, but right there. What'd you think? Tell me. I think it turned out pretty good. Yeah? Alright, so let me go take some pictures and I will post those, and let me know what you think, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Until next time, love you.